Nyamiche coming your way again with wisdom for winning. And so far, so good. The feedback I've been getting is so awesome. This is helping a lot of people. If you want to win this race of life, you want to make it, then winning wisdom is for you. It's for you. And this morning, there's something very important I want us to talk about. And you see, I'm trying to talk about the attitude you should have when you are waiting. Because whether you like it or not in your life, there will come a point that you have to wait. You have to wait. Now, everyone in point in time have to wait for something. And what attitude do you keep whilst you are waiting? Now, in Genesis chapter number 12, you already know that God spoke to Abraham to leave the family, leave his kindred, leave his father's house, and then go to where he's going to show him. Now, he was very obedient, and then he left. Now, God promised him everything, including him becoming the father of the world, the father of many nations. That the Bible said to him categorically that it is through him that all people on this earth are going to be blessed. He's going to be our father, in other words. Now, look at what happened at the end of the day. He didn't have a child. No child is coming. He's growing, 90 years, the wife is growing, and then there is no children. So he concluded that maybe the wife is a barren woman, but the promises and the prophecy of God kept coming to him that you are going to have a child of your own. Now, when it happens like that, when that delay is coming, what attitude should you keep whilst you are waiting? Whilst you are waiting, what attitude? Now, I'm going to deal with 4 different negative attitudes that people keep, and then 4 positive attitudes that people must keep whilst they are waiting. And the first attitude, you see, when you are waiting, when things are not happening as you are supposed to do, if you are not very, very careful, you will shift focus and pick other alternatives. Now, that is what Abraham did. Abraham now went in for the maid and then had a child, with the maid, thereby trying to help God. So he shifted focus. He shifted everything and then picked another alternative. Now that is what is happening in the world. What attitude are you keeping? Everything, the reality of everything is time. The reality of everything is when time sets in. Now when time sets in, that is what brings difference between who is lying and who is telling the truth. Who is a true lover and who is a fake lover. When time sets in, it actually reveals things. Time is a total revelation of every situation. Now, whilst you are waiting on the promises of God, it's so true that God has promised you marriage, He has promised you that you will travel, He has promised you healing, He has promised you businesses, He has promised you prosperity, He has promised you divine healing, He has promised you protection. The promises of God are sure. How did I know? The Bible said that God is not a man that he will lie, neither the son of man that he will repent. And so, when things happen like this and you receive a prophetic word, you rely and put all your faith and confidence in the God who gave that prophetic word through a servant of God. What do? You are waiting, because most prophetic words is yet to an appointed time. The Bible said the vision is yet to an appointed time. By the end it will speak, it will not lie, but though it tarries, it will surely come to pass. I remember I was just 17 years when a prophet told me on the mountain that you will be traveling outside the country. You see, and it took over 8 years for that prophecy to be fulfilled. And when the fulfillment came, I've been going and coming and going and coming and going and coming always. Now, in that timing, will you call God a liar whilst you are waiting? The attitude you give. Now, most Christians will now shift focus and then change alternatives. Now, God promised me a young guy and he is not coming, why should I put all my eggs into one basket? Why don't I accept this other proposal? What if what the man of God said will not happen? What if and what if? And the moment the devil begin to whisper those things into your ears, you will begin to shift focus and change alternatives. So there is someone that God said you will be a doctor, and then things are not happening. He changed to maybe be a lawyer. There is someone that God said you'll be a man of God and things are not happening. There are hardships. So he changed to be a mechanic. There is another person that God said, go and stay in this town, I will bless you. But things were not happening. He shifted and chose another town. Now when it happens like that, you shorten the hands of God, because that is not what he spoke about. That is not, he can have mercy on you. You will prosper all right in the way that you choose, but it will never be as what he appointed unto you. When you believe God and you believe the message that God spoke, always have faith. Faith is when you don't shift focus. That faith is when there is a little breakage, you don't make it your destination. Things will happen on the road. It is not as smooth as it seems. There will be some setbacks, you fall on the way. But you shouldn't lose your focus. You shouldn't lose the word that God spoke. Because if he has spoken it, then he is committed into bringing it into pass. If you are not careful, friends, family, and yourself will begin to convince you that because of time it might not happen. Then you will change and shift focus and pick other alternatives. Abraham did that and Ishmael came on the way. Be careful in dealing with the voice of God and the servants of God. God bless you and see you on top.